Hey everyone, just wanted to pop in and do a quick video for you today. I just got off the phone with my friend Bailey Fruman, who's also a coach, and I was one of her clients when I first started my coaching journey and creating the life that I wanted. And it feels like almost waking up within your own dream. Right now for me, it's a very surreal time in my life that I've been working toward for a very long time. And I've just moved to Charleston, South Carolina, and I'm loving it here. It's amazing. It's everything I thought it would be and more. So just really excited. But I wanted to share this with you because regardless of whether we're living in alignment with our purpose or whether we're where we want to be, we always have this inner voice that asks us, am I where I want to be? Am I doing it right? Am I good enough? And we usually, especially as women, look at other women as our barometer for whether we are or not, whether we're good enough, whether we're doing the right things, whether we're okay. And I just wanted to share today this idea because this comes up for me too, and I'm not immune to this. And even though I teach women and bring them together on how to create sisterhood within one another, and I'm great at doing that, and I can do that in my own life, and it's pretty easy for me now. It didn't used to be, but it's pretty easy for me now. I've kind of feel like I've mastered that. But there's still an element and a new layer to dig into every single time. There's a new layer of sisterhood. There's a new layer of myself. There's a new layer of the competition kind of old belief pattern bubbling up at a different level. So it doesn't look the way it did before for me, but it's still there. It's still going to be there probably for the rest of my life. And as I continue to grow and unpeel and peel back the layers of my own unveiling, I discover a new layer of this, right? As we do with any issue or any challenge or any old pattern that's held us back before, we tend to see it come up again and again and again as we reach new levels. So just wanted to share a quick tip for how to create more community and more sisterhood over competition, how to consciously choose not to be in competition with other women, but rather to embrace them as part of a community and to really see them as sisters, to see them as someone that you unconditionally love and that you're grateful for. So what I notice is that when I notice myself going into that space of competition or noticing that I'm feeling a little jealous or a little like not good enough, I'm kind of checking in with myself to see, I'm looking at someone else's website or content or just the way that they look and the way that they're dressed, and I'm like, I really love that. Am I okay? Like, am I doing what I should be doing? Am I enough? And when I get into that space, I check myself and I say, what is the inspiration that she's offering me right now? Where can I find the gratitude for the inspiration that she's offering me right now, that she's showing me just by showing up and being herself? And when I do that, what happens is it switches, right? It automatically switches, and I start to see this woman as someone who I unconditionally love, and I can unconditionally love myself at the same time. And so the way that I like to think about this is that when I ask that question, when I ask that curious question of what inspiration is she offering me right now, the reason that I was feeling jealous or in competition was because I thought that we were not the same, that I was noticing something in her that I thought maybe might not be present in me. And so that may or may not be true. But what is true is that we are both souls having a human experience, and that if she's living her dream and inspiring me or doing something that is awesome and rocking it out, then I can look at her and say, where is she showing me the differential between where I am right now and where I want to be? And then unpack that question instead of just looking at it and judging it, right? Because that's not the deeper layer, and it's not something that helps us really move forward in a beautiful way. In our own lives, we tend to cling on to that judgment and hold it and become resentful and hold this sort of like fire in our hands that only burns us. So instead, next time, when you're looking at someone or you're seeing someone doing something that you want to do, or you feel yourself getting into that space of competition, Instead, I'd love for you to ask yourself, where is she seeking, or where is she offering me opportunity to be inspired? Where can I find gratitude for the inspiration that she's offering me? And what am I going to do with that information once I unpack it? Once I go a little bit deeper with myself, underneath the judgment, underneath the competition, underneath the separatism, and when I start to see us as one, where is she offering me inspiration? And what am I going to do with that? So once I find that when I do ask that question and I do receive the answer, then I am able to carve a pretty clear path to be able to create that in my life if I choose to do so. So for example, if I see someone and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's amazing, maybe I'm not, and I get into the space of competition, I ask myself, well, what is it about her, or that whatever, what is it about what she's doing or how she's showing up or how she's being that is inspiring me? What is it that I'm seeing here that I actually do desire? When I unpack that, then I find, okay, well, she has more followers than me. She's really consistent with putting her content out. She looks really put together. She has professional lighting. I don't know, whatever it is. And so then I can go to that place and notice, okay, well, what can I do to make my lighting better? What can I do to gain more followers and gain more traction? What can I do to, the list goes on. And then it comes from a place of my pure desire and intention to become the best version of myself and not to be like her or to try to fit into a mold that I think she fits into and be more like her, but rather be the fullest expression of who I am deep down. And so that's my tip of the day. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.